Welcome to this week's spelling video. I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready and raring to go, because I am. So let's get started. Oh, hey, why do we do this spelling stuff? Anybody have an idea? Yes? Your hands up? Well, spelling that is correct. Spelling is for us to be better readers and writers. Excellent job. So this is what we're going to do. Get your glue. Make sure you have your pencil. Make sure that it has a nice sharp, because we're going to do a lot of writing. Make sure that you got your scissors, your zip tie bag to put your words in, and your spelling book. And of course, please make sure you have your spelling words. So let's get started. Looks like we're going to do a review today. Now, if you haven't had these before, then probably you just need the review. So let's get to it. We're going to cut these out. I always like to cut up the top. And, oops, there goes mine onto the floor, so I'll have to get that and throw that into the trash. Then I'm going to cut down this side. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it should be neat so that you can put these words together. All right, then we're going to take those. Let's get those into the garbage. Okay, into the garbage. And then we're going to cut this straight across the top here. So if we look at what we're doing today, looks like we're going to be doing a little bit of review of AR, Schwa-plus-r. Now, Schwa is an interesting thing because it's kind of a bad guy. But we're going to talk about that in a minute. And or, okay? So let's get the rest of these cut up. And there's our schwa. See how that E is upside down? It's got an interesting sound. It's got an It kind of sounds like that. But it's kind of interesting. So we're going to talk about schwa. Schwa. You need to understand the schwa. Because if you can understand it and then you hear it, then you'll be able to know kind of what you got to do there. So let's get some of these cut up. So we're going to cut these. You notice that these are smaller than those. Those are our big ones. That means those are the exemplars, exactly. So keep those. Oh, I usually like to cut those out last, but that's okay. We're going to keep those up. Cut these into threes, because this should get you cutting these things out pretty quick if you're following along and doing exactly what I do. Or you could have these cut out before I even get started. You could pause it and get it started. Then I want you to take all these words. I want you to lay them out around your book and say them as you're laying them. I'm not going to say them all because that would be me just talking and you not actually doing this. So pause the video, take a second, and go ahead and say the words as you are laying them out around the outside of your book, which is exactly what I'm doing. Go ahead, pause it. I dare you. All right, I'm almost done. So, all right, so here we go. Urn and thorn. Beautiful. All right, so, ouch. All right, here we go. So let's take a look at this. We're going to do a review of AR, Schwa-plus-r, and OR. Got to take off that little top, and I got a bit of room, but I'm still going to cut off a little bit of this, just to make sure it fits where I want it to fit. That goes into the garbage. Now I take my glue stick, and I'm going to run it across, and I'm going to put it right up on top here. And, oh, that was crooked, so I got to take it off a little bit and then put it on so it's nice and straight. That way it'll look a little bit neater as we are doing the video. That way you'll be able to see it a little bit better. All right, view of AR, Schwa-plus-r, and OR. So I'm going to take my words and I'm actually going to put them right next to each other. And that makes sure that I have enough space in between all of these. So I'm going to put the AR right here. I'm going to put the ER, boom. Did you You see how I did that upside down? You might want to turn your upside down and then go E, and then turn it back if you're not good at writing upside down. If you are, rock and roll. Or, and then I'm going to take these words and I'm going to put them all inside my zip top bag for later. Oop, I better not zip it up because I got to put more words in it. All right, here we go. So, we're reviewing these, and so what we're going to do is we're going to look at this sound. A-R, which is an R, R, A-R, R. But this is the trick. All right, we got this schwa, which is an sound. But the interesting thing about a schwa, S-C-H-W-A, schwa actually has an sound most of the time, not always, but okay, and or an it's okay. But the other tricky thing is that it actually does a thing called stealing the sound. How crazy is that? It's a bad guy. It's kind of a stealing of the sound type of a thing. So that schwa, when we look at it, it's actually going to rob the R, or the sound of the vowel. So it's a robber of vowel sounds. It's a robber. It's a bad guy. It's either an or a robber of vowel sounds. So let's look at a couple of those really quick. All right, let's look at a couple of these schwas and let's see what it does. Let's pick this one first, right here. Earn, 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 earn. If you look at that, E-A-R-N, listen to it, earn. Do we actually hear the here, or are we just saying earn, earn? There's no vowel sounds in there. It's the robber. Is that crazy or what? It's got that E-R sound. So it's not ear, it's earn. Isn't that tricky? Schwas are kind of tricky. I'm going to put that off to the side, or actually, I'm going to put it right into my zip top bag because I don't have to worry about it again. So let's look at another one, and this one is a little bit different. Sir, sir, sir. There's no vowel sound in the middle. So it's sir, or sir, sir. See, it kind of robs that vowel. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy. Let's try one more, and then we're going to be done with the schwa sound. Spur. We've got that. Remember what the SP is? It's a blend. Sp, spur. There's no U sound. Spur. Isn't that interesting? Kind of robs it, that schwa. Schwa steals the sound. Interesting. It's got an R in there, and and that R takes that sound and makes it its own. Crazy, isn't that crazy? All right, let's get to the AR. And you might think this is hard, but it's not very hard. So we go ard, ard, R, ard. See, it's got the ah sound in there, not like the the R. So just that ah sound in there. It's got to be good. All right. So we're just reviewing these sounds. All right. Let's look at another AR sound. Any ideas on which one? Oh, let's try this one. This one's kind of interesting. Let's try yarn, 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 ah-er. So it's got the A-R, ah-er. So you can hear both of them in there, right? Okay, so there's yarn. Now let's get to the O. Ooh, this one's interesting. Let's try it with this one first. We've got the horse, O-R, horse, horse, O-R. You can hear that O in there, horse, right? But this one's the tricky one right here. This one's tricky because we've got another word in here that's similar to horse, and it's called horse. Look at that. These mean two different things. And what do we call those? We call those homophones. They sound the same, but they mean different things. All right? Horse, and this one's H-O-A-R-S-E. So we still got that or, horse, horse. Still got that O-R sound, right? The H-O-R in this one is an animal. This one is what happens when you talk too much. You get hoarse. So save it. Save the sounds. All right? Any questions so far? All right. So what I want you to do is I want you to finish the rest of these words here. And I want you to put them in. Remember, this is not the spelling. It's the sound. These are for sounds, not spellings. You will have the AR, but over here you might have the OR and the OAR. You got to have the sound. So pay attention to what you're doing on this. Now on the schwa, let's see how you do on this one. If it's robbing the vowel sound or it's got an sound in it, that would be the schwa. This one's going to be interesting. So do it. Do the best you can. If you got questions, we will talk about them. All right? All right. Good luck. See ya.